Hey everybody, welcome back to Starseries Season 3, so via Starladder. Big shoutouts to the Starladder guys for, I guess, well actually I still haven't heard back from them if I'm actually okay to be casting these games, so perhaps I may not be in the future and these VODs may never be uploaded, but we will have to see. As always, I'm Baseskip. This is going to be a game between the Tough Bananas, so formerly the Copenhagen Wolves, up against Na'Vi. So should be an extremely exciting match, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We have had a few delays today with the Star Series, just because we had a massive Steam server crash, which some of you may have been affected by. More than likely, which brought everything down, and it's now delayed a few matches, but looks like we're going to be getting through everything more or less regardless. Again, as I said, I've been trying to contact Starladder, but I'm not affiliated with anybody, so I don't always have full information when it comes to these games that I'm presenting. But anyway, without talking your ears off too much, I'm going to just start getting straight into this draft. And the Shrek, Lycan, Morphling, and Chen, the bands, so some very strong tier 1 and tier 2 heroes, but we'll have to see what ends up making it through. And we have been seeing quite a bit of Naga recently, so we'll have to see if she makes it in there. Darkseer as well, still there, so Naga the ban right now. We'll see what Na'Vi choose to get rid of here. So not Naga gun, so Naga centric wombo combo, not really, well, not going to be a threat this game, but Rubik's still there and Boka's still there. Nature's Prophet, that we haven't been seeing so much of him in the first bans of late, still there, but so Darkseer is going to be the ban out, so Rubik picked up by the Tough Bananas, and as always, Rubik's such a fantastic deterrent against all sorts of heroes. Rubik, with even just a reasonable early game, is an absolute monster throughout the game, and is a huge deterrent against picks like the Enigma, long channeling ultimates, long stuns. He's got his own setup stun. He's got a fantastic cast point, which almost improves any spell that he steals. And so Nature's Prophet and TA going to be picked up by Na'Vi, and we've been seeing a lot of TA recently. I think almost every game of Star Series that I've watched in these past few days has featured a TA, and she's done extremely well as well. We've even seen solo mid Venomancers pulled out just to try and shut down this TA, but such a fantastic ganker, and the damage potential even from just level 7 and level 6 onwards is just absolutely ridiculous. Only really needs, 3 big stages in terms of the effectiveness. Phase boots first, blink second after a few ganks, and then getting to the Desolator or the BKB, just doing absolutely ridiculous damage. And the minus armor on top just makes it absolutely absurd. So we'll have to see what the Tough Bananas pick up to try and deal with it. Venomancer, as always, as I mentioned, he is there, and hopefully not going to see Rubik relegated to that hard support role this game. So if they're looking to pick up the Venomancer, I do think they're probably going to have to do it in these next 2 picks, or maybe expect to see it banned out. So there's the Venomancer, and Tidehunter picked up as well. So great team fight for them between the Ravage and the Poison Nova. As always, fairly dependent on getting those levels up, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. And so maybe we can see Rubik heading towards mid lane. We could even see a duo mid trying to shut down the TA again. So maybe forcing Na'Vi to throw somebody there just to try and help out the TA as well. Na'Vi right now gonna pick up the anti-mage, so maybe looking for a hard support, but looks like that Nature's Prophet might be bumped back a little bit. Could be the hard lane solo, or maybe going to see him jungling this game. As always, every single hero that Na'Vi picks up is normally so versatile, and that they're players as well. are just so versatile as well. So there's never really any guarantee in terms of who's going to be playing what. So we're probably going to see Havas on the anti-mage, but then again, we have seen some Arzart anti-mage of late. So CK banned out, and the Enigma banned out by the Tough Bananas. And what are Na'Vi looking for? I mean, they could throw the Nature's Prophet on the hard lane, or they could have him in the jungle. TA is probably going to be mid. Anti-mage more than likely on the safe lane. And Venomancer and Tide +1, probably going to be one lane for the Tough Bananas. And then maybe, well, Tidehunter could be their hard lane solo. Again, fairly versatile lineup for them right now. And we'll have to see what they opt to use this last ban for. Maybe a hard support ban? Yep, so roster going to be banned out. And Disruptor immediately the ban by Na'Vi. Are they going to pick up a Wisp or something like that? Go for a bit of a global strat. Again, Disruptor, a bit of a cock block to defensive TPs. Not fun to play up against as the Nature's Prophet. It means you need to be much more defensive with using that global teleportation to get around. Otherwise, you're just going to be glimpsed straight back for your troubles. And again, Disruptor, as always, is great against just people TPing in to try and get a counter gank off. You need to TP right back behind your tower, and as soon as you got it maxed out, it's 1800 range. So it means that even defensive TPs coming in at the very back of the tower can just be thrown straight back to base or back to whatever lane they came from. So winner are going to be picked up right now by the Tough Bananas, so maybe not going to see Tidehunter in that hard lane, but Beastmaster picked up by Na'Vi, so probably going to see him on the hard lane, maybe stacking up some Ancients. Beastmaster, as always, doing a fantastic job of that. And really, to me, the thing that defines the hard lane, and I've talked about this before, is that it's just about having a recovery mechanism. I mean, some heroes, Ricky, the last pick, the Tough Bananas, would you look at this? So, Ricky, a little bit unusual, but I mean, he is a very strong hero, and Smokescreen is just absolutely ridiculous. Great against the anti-mage as well, really shutting down that blink. And the blink strike as well means that he can do fairly reliable damage to an anti-mage. But definitely an interesting pickup. Mischance as well from the Cloud, going to be a big help against the TA, and great at defining the defining the fighting space. And actually really good team fight over on the Tough Bananas. They've got the Poison Nova, they've got the Ravage, and they've got that Smoke Screen now as well. Ripik, as always, going to be able to use that telekinesis to throw people back into the smoke screen as well as they try and retreat out of it. And Na'Vi will have to see what they choose as the last pickup. Is it probably going to be a support for the anti-mage? Maybe going to see Nature's Prophet jungling up this game. Maybe in the hands of Puppy. We'll have to see. I mean, Light of Heaven, the typical Nature's Prophet player for Na'Vi, so we'll have to see what ends up being chosen here. They still could take the Enchantress for Puppy, but that does sort of leave the Furion in a little bit of an awkward position in terms of lanes, given that TA is probably going to be taking mid, Beastmaster probably going to be taking the primary farm on bot, and Anti-Mage primary farm on top. So Lich actually going to be the last pickup, so opens up the option of an Anti-Mage Lich duo mid, and going to be played by Artsart. So Puppy going to be on that Nature's Prophet. And are we going to see Anti-Mage and Lich heading towards the mid, or are they going to be heading towards top? To me, that's really the question right now. And Copenhagen Wolves, I am stumped as to how this is going to be laned. I'm not going to lie. Maybe Venomancer, Tide, and Ricky for maybe a bit of a tri-lane. Rubik mid, Winner on the hard lane. Something along those lines. Maybe even a duo mid. Something like that. But I'm sure all my questions will be answered as we get into this game. Yep, I've got free camera on, so just gonna run over who's playing what. So yeah, and you're gonna have a pause as well, so fairly conducive to that. So Light of Heaven gonna be playing the Beastmaster, Dendi gonna be on the Templar Assassin, Puppy playing the Nature's Prophet. So that does sort of lead into my jungling theory a little bit. Arzart gonna be on the hard support, so on that Lich, and that leaves Havas, or under whatever pseudonym this is right now, playing the Anti-Mage. Over on the Tough Bananas, we've got Balsam playing the Ricky. We've got Atse, who is a stand-in, playing the Venomancer. We've got Rise on the Tidehunter. Nino is going to be on the Rubik, and Calculus going to be on the winner. And I guess Toby asking for clarification of who Dash Kenshiv Sasha Dashkin. Okay, I'm not going to mangle the pronunciation anymore. It's Havas. We can live with it. A little bit of banter to start. So how does this game play out? I mean, Na'Vi, they've got good push potential. They've got the Beastmaster aura after a few levels. They've always got the Nature's Prophet, so global presence there. Voss going to be getting extremely safe farm on the Anti-Mage due to the Lich. And Dendi, gonna be Dendi. I mean, heading all around the map. Wolves, good heroes to deal with him. I mean, the Venomancer, Rubik as well, good long telekinesis, able to keep Templar Assassin at bay for a while. And again, long stuns from the Winner and the Smokescreen from Ricky. Going to be a big help with that mischance if they can fight in it. But who's got the team fight edge? We will have to see. So we got Roar, Chain Frost, and I guess the Nature's Prophet Ultimate on top. But unpause now, so going to be getting into the game, and the Tough Bananas immediately 5-man heading up towards the Dire Jungle. Some wards already picked up, and some sentries straight off the bat as well. So it looks like it might be some ward wars up on this top lane. Let's see if they're going to be running a bit of an odd tri-lane, maybe between the Venomancer, the Tide, and the Ricky. There's good kill potential there with a plethora of slows, and Ricky's early damage is not to be sneezed at. I mean, as soon as he starts getting a few points in that backstab, does fantastic damage, but Treant gonna scout out the action. So Light of Heaven retreating up into the trees, and looks like it's actually going to be the Lich and Anti-Mage down on this bot lane. Puppy picking up some clarity, so it looks like he's going to be heading into the jungle, but still leaving a little bit of gold free for maybe switching up his item build a bit, trying to react to this lanes. But already picked up the treants, so we'll have to see if that just leads him straight into the jungle. And the Tough Bananas, how are you laning this? So it looks like Calculus is actually going to be on the mid lane. Rise heading up towards top, Balsam heading down towards bot. And so Nino looks like he's going down towards bot as well. So it's going to be hard lane solo Tidehunter up against the hard lane solo Beastmaster. A fairly even lineup. Once Beastmaster starts getting the Quillbore up, his harass probably surpasses Tides, but they're both reasonably survivable, so should do absolutely fine. And lots and lots of wards already down for Na'Vi. Going to be extremely safe down in this bottom lane, and the sacrifice as well. Going to keep the lane reasonably well pushed back up against the tower. And Ward's going to be spotting out any incoming gank attempts. So it shouldn't be a terrible lane for the Anti-Mage. Again, needs to be extremely careful, because if that smoke screen goes down, then there's no blinking away. And Dendi getting harassed fairly badly by Calculus on this mid lane. Still has some tangos left, and Calculus down to that salve. So it looks like rushing towards a bottle perhaps. And Havas actually just heading straight up towards top, so Lich is going to be taking this this hard lane solo, and just going to be denying to keep the wave pulled back, and not going to do too badly in terms of farm. And yeah, opting to deny the range creep instead of the melee. So and Lich going to be pulled back. Venomous Gale going to land as well. Arzar now in trouble. Light of Heaven comes in, but first blood for Balsam. Looks like Light of Heaven going to pick off Balsam in a bit of revenge. But good TP support coming in. And TP coming back for Lich as well. Then, you know, moving forward, trying to get a little bit more damage on. And Arzar TPing back, taking a little bit of harass for his troubles. On mid, how is this going? So 5 for 3 on Calculus. Dendi 6 for 5. Far too early to really make any assessments of this lane, but Calculus looks like he's been getting some fantastic harass. Fantastic harass on the TA, and you know, camping down on this 2-minute rune, gonna deny it to Dendi. So Dendi really wanted that for his bottle, and the courier flying in as well, but you're not going to be able to pick it off. And Navi a complete lane swap up now, so Anti-Mage going to be farming up on this top lane, and Tide not going to be able to do that much about it. Never going to have any mana. And down on bot, another kill missed. Puppey TPing in as well. Smokescreen down. Light of Heaven trying to run out. Fairly tanky as the Beastmaster. Nino still has that haster. Wants to finish off Puppey. One more right click. Does get it just in time. Light of Heaven finishing off as well. And Rubik Gold actually being split between Light of Heaven and Puppey. So first kill of the game missed. Sorry guys. It was bound to happen with my track record. But anyway, I'm gonna get on with it. Please know that it's always really embarrassing, but I just gotta try and move on. But anyway, this game is all over the place. I mean, here's switching lanes back and forth, both teams trying to get the advantage in this laning phase. And again, another go. Lich gonna be picked off one more time. Balsam getting that last right click off, but now Venomancer in big trouble. Right click by Puppey finishes him off. Balsam getting right click down. Borslow up as well. Looks like Balsam going to be finished off. And the Sprout as well. Manages to tango through. Getting regen up. Is he going to be able to make it out? Yep, makes it to the trees. And is safe in range of that tower. And even moving back now. Tranquil Boots already picked up. Knows that so much harass is just being traded back and forth. And Nino now up on top to try and deal with Havas. Knowing that Tidehunter can't do it alone. And just... Hero's the only stable lane right now is Winner up against Dendi. And who is finding the better farm on mid? Calculus gonna have a little bit better ring control, but Puppey moving in. DD down on bot. Balsam picking up a kill on Light of Heaven. And Dendi gonna be able to grab that rune. Protected up by Puppey. Havas taking some damage. Once the last right click on Nino. Puppey TPing up. Looks like Tidehunter now in trouble. Doesn't have enough mana for Gush. Havas probably just going to turn around here. Puppey right clicking, eating the creep damage in exchange. But again, what aggressive play. And Balsam up to 4 for 1. TP coming in. Tidehunter now in trouble. Tangos his way out. Puppey pulled back. Almost going to be right click down. Fadebolt as well. Just needs one more right click. Blocked by the treants. Oh, Puppey going to waddle his way away. And Havas now just farming again up on top. You know, up here to try and help out. And again, only stable lane on mid. Arsart now 0 for 3. Light of Heaven. Oh, more. What the? Havas going down. Oh, what happened there? And Puppey continues to jungle despite being on 43 HP. Ah, gotta get my head in the game. So that's 2 kills missed by base kip. Anyway, so Dendi on mid, 26 for 11. Calculus, 21 for 7, so fairly even farm. Dendi pulling ahead just a little bit. And another kill on bot. Light of Heaven going down one more time. Venomancer gonna TP out. I cannot take my eyes off this. For a second, Arzar moving forward. Balsam now in trouble. Doesn't have enough for the blink strike, but now permanent invisibility and no detection. And Calculus going for the rune. Actually manages to bottle it up just before the very slow right click of that treant. So Puppey trying to deny it off, and again still jungling on extremely low HP. And level 6 now up on the Tidehunter. Voss just staying in XP range. And Arzard down to the Knight on bot, but Balsam up to 5 for 1, plus an assist to his name. So doing fantastically. And up to 1800 gold. What is he farming for? Maybe gonna see Purge? We'll have to see. I mean, could even go for a Midas. What's he bought? And looks so Blade of Alacrity. So some early damage for him, and using that backstab to great effect. I mean, already 4 points up in that skill, so going to be doing just a ridiculous amount of damage if he can get behind anyone. And Magic Wand flying in for him as well. Pretty much solo down the spot lane, and Venomancer looks like he was heading towards mid. And Dendy forced to bottle curl a little bit because Calculus managed to grab up the 6-minute rune, which was the invis just up here. And Puppy TPing down towards bot. Quilborg gonna scout out just a little bit. Balsam moving forward, but Puppy's in here. They don't know that he's here, and he's got some sentry wards as well. Light of Heaven up to level 6. The Roar is there as well. Roar into Balsam. Puppy just getting handled by the Venomancer. Balsam probably going to be picked off here. Stick charges, fighting in the cloud. No TP support coming in. Is he going to be able to make it out? Walks out of range of the sentry. Oh my lord, Balsam survives again. Veno now the target, but still reasonably healthy. Slow on him. Looks like they want him. 4 as well. Balsam moving in behind Light of Heaven. Right click, now doing a lot of damage with the tower hits as well. Smoke cloud down, not enough for another blink strike. Light of Heaven finished off by the tower. Mega kill. Calculus in from the side. Arzard, 1 hit, 2 hit. Power shot finishes him off. Oh, the Tough Bananas extend their lead 10-4. Oh, what a game. What a game. The humanity. And Calculus TPing out. Puppy TPing towards mid. Artsar back towards bot. And Dendy grabbing that haste rune, gonna head down towards bot. They need to deal with this Ricky. He's got so many kills. I mean, not very many last hits, but lots and lots of kills. I mean, let's pull up the net worth. I mean, look at that. 3.8k already up on him. Puppy looks like he's actually still heading towards that Midas. We're only 9 minutes in. It feels much later, just with how action-packed this game has already been. And Venomancer gonna spot off Dendy, so Dendy maybe gonna back off here. Light of Heaven moving in towards mid as well. Haze popped up. Veno maybe in trouble. Meld hit. Great shackle. Veno turns around. Venomous Gale as well, but finished off by the Axis by Light of Heaven. But Tidehunter coming in, more TP support as well. Dendy still has that haste, gonna be able to retreat out. And Light of Heaven, Tranquil Boots as well, so reasonably speedy there. Puppy TP's up towards top. These sentries are still down. Balsam needs to be careful. Dendy moves in. He's going to TP out. He's going to be absolutely fine. Navi now going to go for a bit of a push up on top. Who's got TPs off cooldown? Light of Heaven and Dendy, both there. Balsam moving into position. Again, not enough mana for the Smoke Cloud, but Puppy extremely squishy right now. Fade Bolt as well. Balsam, one more right click, gonna finish him off. Those 2 Blades of Alacrity just putting his damage through the roof. And Arzard trying to retreat away without boots. And still not a single tower taken. So many kills and so much action. Just great TP support and great reactions from both teams on this map right now. And Calculus grabbing up that 10-minute rune. And rune control has been absolutely pivotal in this game. Puppy again, another TP, jumps down towards bot, 3 points up in that Nature's Call. Are they going to be able to finally grab a tier 1? And Puppy still really wants that Hand of Midas, still going for it. And Balsam off to the side along with the Tidehunter. Want Havas on mid. Calculus gonna need a shackle here. And the Nature's Prophet ultimate flying off as well. Tier 1 goes down on bot. A little bit of tier 1 push up on top as well between Atse and Nino. And Havas just hiding in the trees. Some pressure put on this tier 1 on mid. Arzad up on top. No TP scroll on him. Puppy down on bot. 10 seconds on that global teleportation. Dendy with the TP. Light of Heaven again with the TP. Tier 1 on mid already going down. Calculus picking up that last hit. And Havas just forced to sit on the sidelines. Calculus comes down, gonna clear things out with that power shot, but great reactions from the Tough Bananas. And so tier 1 on mid, pretty much traded for the tier 1 down on bot. And Dendi, 1500 gold picked up on him, so going to have his blink reasonably soon. And ours are just forced to back up on top. And I mean, the battle lines are far from drawn right now, and only a single ward. TA traps making up for the deficit a little bit, but Arzak just cannot feel safe to go out and place these wards. And big damage on mid, and the tier 1 on top goes down. Havas just managing to make it out of that smoke cloud and blink away. Only a level 1 cloud, so not a very big radius just yet, but Diffusal Blade already picked up on Balsam, and this rookie pick is just doing absolutely ridiculously. Cactus in big trouble on bot. Nino as well, not going to be able to make it out. Puppy down here, and Veno now the target. Dendi still going for this refraction up. Big damage from that meld, and another right click finishes him off. And actually opting to pick up a Mithril Hammer, not going for that blink. Balsam now in behind. 4 heroes, 4 Navi down on bot. TP support coming in, and Havas gonna be finished off in that smoke screen. Great play by Balsam, and Navi now on their trait. Balsam still chasing with those tranquil boots. He's just so fast. Blink forward onto Poppy, still with the diffusal. Gush as well. Big damage. And these tranquil boots, he's just so fast. Oh my lord, this Ricky pick. 10 for 1. Just look at it. It's doing absolutely ridiculously. And Arzart straight to a gem. No boots. Gem rush Lich. This is the reaction. Dendi taking a lot of damage. Purged as well. Pops up the haste. Gonna be able to make it out. Puppy TPing in. Finally has that Hand of Midas up as well. So now the farm begins, and it's gonna take a Gwynsu to help deal with this Ricky. Is Light of Heaven heading towards a Necro Book. 3 deaths up on him. I mean, Gem already picked up, so maybe not needing to go straight forward. I guess maybe the saving grace for Navi right now. Ricky maybe not the hardest carry in the game, and sort of relying a little bit more on skirmishes than big scale engagements. But with the team fight of the Tough Bananas, they should be able to take these fights no problem. And again, Ravage off cooldown. Poison Nova as well. Tier 1 on bot, taking quite a bit of damage, and no reaction from Navi. Fortification pops off. Are we going to see any TPs to come into support? But no. Windrun just going to keep tanking up the tower. The Tough Bananas are here to take it. And Dendi moving down, now has the gem. And Tier 1 going to be pressured. Looks like it's going to be a trade, but the Tier 1 on bot already going down. Dendi finding the 14-minute rune. TP's proliferating all over mid, and the Nino wants Artart. Still no boots on him. Getting get telekinesis back, but Dendi with that Invis rune power shot through. Big damage on Arzart. He is just being completely decimated in this game. 0 for 6. Lich is just not having a fun time. And how is Havas farm going? Just picking up whatever he can. PMS, power treads, so a little bit more survivability for him. And Band of Elvinskin just probably looks like he's heading towards is he heading towards a Yasha? We'll see if he buys the Blade of Alacrity right now. Battle Fury probably not in the books right now, and Puppy's going to need to take advantage of this jungle farm. And Balsam is looking for him, and there's no detection. So Balsam, rank 2 smokescreen up now, and Havas on half HP needs to be extremely careful. As soon as he stops moving, expect the smokescreen. But Havas, maybe a little bit of intuition there, blinks back behind the tier 2. And Puppy just wandering down towards that tier 2 as well. Scouting out the Roshan pit with the Treant, and they can definitely do it with the Treant's tank plus the minus armor from the meld. And Havas down in here as well. All of Navi going for this Roshan right now. And no sight on this whatsoever for the Tough Bananas. So going to be a big pickup, but tier 2 on top, already being pressured. Calculus up here, finished up his 4-step. Dendi gonna pick up that Aegis, and Nature's Prophet ultimate flying off, able to hold the Tough Bananas off top for a little bit, but they've got 5 heroes formed up and a good aggressive ward down. Gonna pick off this Hawk. Yep. And we're ready, going on to Light of Heaven. Smokescreen plus the Diffusal Blade. He's gonna be finished off. Calculus grabbing that kill with the power shot. And looks like it's gonna be a tier 2 down as well. And the Tough Bananas up 16 to 8 XP, 1k in their advantage, 3k gold, and I mean, kills not really everything in this game right now. They've got a lot of towers down as well. Ours are with the haste, so making up for those lack of boots, maybe just for a little bit. And Na'Vi now sort of taking control of the Radiant jungle. I mean, they've been shut down in the Dire jungle. There's wards all over the place. So they're just going to take the Radiant jungle for now. Ours are down on 30 HP. Calculus just needs one more right click. Phase boots forward, but there's still the haste for a few more seconds, but now it's down. Oh, Puppy with the sprout. And trap as well. Power shot gonna pick off Arzart. Well played by Calculus. Moving forward, has the sprout as well. Puppy now in trouble. Calculus not gonna find the shackle shot, but power shot going to land. Is there gonna be enough right click damage to take him out? One more right click from the Nino finishes it off. And Dendi now in the middle of this. Calculus fairly low in health. Dust pops off. Dendi gonna actually grab that kill. Still going for this. Sprout on him. It's only level 1 from the Nino. And now still chasing with the telekinesis backwards. Gonna buy them enough time. Another kill on mid. Balsam finally going down to the tower. And Venomancer gonna TP out. Dendi still on the chase. Wants his Tidehunter. Lindo again. Great sprout. And Dendi BKB instead of Blink. Gonna be a big help in these fights. But it just does reduce his chasing power a little bit. And buyback from Ricky. So heading straight back out, and Yasha picked up as well. Just look at him zip along with those tranquil boots. His mobility is just absolutely ridiculous right now. Definitely sliding in between the sunbeams. And Dendi with that Aegis, it's an advantage that Na'Vi can take advantage of, but they're in no rush to do it. Roshan not going to be up for a while, and hopefully Arzart can get to some boots before the next one. I mean, we're up to 18 minutes in the game, and he has just been buying wards like a champ, not spending it on those boots. And Balsam now maybe in a little bit of trouble. Puppy comes in, gets the sprout, no support, coming in as well. Roar, back out. Balsam now in big trouble, picked off by Dendi. And 4 heroes down on bot for Na'Vi. And the Tough Banana is going to go for a bit of a push on mid. Puppy going to TP back right now, heading towards a mech on him. And Light of Heaven looks like he might actually just be going straight for an Ags. But Puppy is the only one drawing back just yet. Tier 2 on mid. Probably going to take a little bit of damage. Creep Wave not here just yet. And now the TP's moving backwards. Steals off the treant. So a little bit of pushing power for him. And Dendi going to continue to pressure down on bot. Can feel completely secure with that BKB and the TP. Going to be able to make it out regardless of what wolves throw at him. Well, short of a complete chain stun. So what has Tide picked up? So he's got a mech and a Ghost Scepter, so gonna be able to keep him alive from the Anti-Mage and the TA. Really the big damage sources over on Na'Vi right now. And Arzart finally has boots, so lucky man. 20 minute boots up on that Lich. And Havas now finished up that Yasha. They're doing good damage, but gonna get hit, gone up by Balsam. Balsam just needs one more right click. But Puppy comes in, and Balsam now on the retreat. And who has the gem right now? It's still Dendi, who's continuing to apply pressure down on bot, and Na'Vi now staying grouped up. I mean, still almost any of them solo, and it's a kill for Balsam. He has been slowed down a little bit now, and Calculus in big trouble, sprouted up, gonna force staff himself out, so should be fine. And Na'Vi deciding to back off for now. Roshan only still 5 minutes away, and Tidehunter now stuck in the middle. Havas going to blink away, Ghost Hunter popping off as well. Dendi moving in behind, has that Invis rune. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of engagement. And the telekinesis back on Arzart. He is definitely a target. Gets the Chain Frost up. Big bounces. Ravage pops off as well. And Rise now taking a lot of damage. 2 for 2 the trade. 4 stick forward onto Rise. Calculus trying to protect him Dendy still wants the Tide Hunter. Little bit of a fight still in the pit. Dendy should be able to get that big shackle onto Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven gonna try and TP out. Is he gonna be there in time? No. Balsam with the blink strike, able to finish it off. So 4 for 2 the trade, and Dendy managing to grab a kill on Rubik. But the only one left still has that Aegis, but the Tough Banana is definitely coming out on top in that last skirmish. And then he's just going to head up top to try and push out the wave a little bit. But it looks like it's going to be a tier 2 picked up on mid for the Tough Bananas. Navi actually respawning right now, so Havas and Arzart back up. And TP's heading towards mid. Is the damage going to be there? Aggressive TP coming forward. Looks like the Tough Bananas just going to back off for now. Trapped down. Dendy chasing. Still has that gem. Puppy comes in straight into the smoke cloud. And Balsam blinking away. Maybe trying to get a fountain blink. I'm not sure if you can do that. Venomancer getting slowed down. Another trap. Pops off. Rise in the middle. Has the mech. No Ravage. Balsam in big trouble. Does another smoke screen down. Anchor smash from Tide, saving him a little bit of damage. Is he going to be able to blink up onto the high ground? Blinks back onto Tide. Mana break. Mana Void finishes him off. Tide trying to get out with the Ghost Scepter. Nino now stuck in the middle. Shackle shot flies. Does not latch. Nino trying to get out. Rise. Roared up. Gets 4-sticked out. Looks like he's going to be picked off. Melton. One more right click. Finishes him off. Dendy. Monster kill. Double kill for him. Venomancer now the target. 3 heroes dead for the Tough Bananas. Ghost Scepter pops off. Venomous Scale not quite finding Dendy. Light of Heaven, however, hit, but 50% slow on Venom. He's going to be going down here. Dendy now godlike. And Calculus just harassing back. Puppy going to come in, pop off that mech, threatening to go on Calculus, who now hides under the safety of his tier 2 tower. But look at this, Navi have gone for a long dive. They're all the way back behind the tier 1, which they're still yet to take. Only 1 tower taken for them, so still a lot of gold left for them to grab on the map. And 2.5k, only the swing. Tightening up these kills, only 6 the difference right now. And Balsam buying that 2nd rank of the Diffusal Blade. Roshan going to be up in about 2.5 minutes. And Light of Heaven just jungling up in the Radiant Jungle right now. And Havas getting pretty reasonable farm as well. Anti-Mage really the late game insurance right now for Navi. But Dendy just playing out of his mind. Really man of the match for Navi. Aside from Arzart, I think we can't ignore his contribution. Playing a hard support like this, I mean, he's barely got enough money for wards. 20-minute boots up on him. He's just being an absolute champ. And his positioning has been fantastic as well. But one more right click, gonna finish him off. Roar from Light of Heaven onto Balsam, but he's still hiding in that smoke screen. Mech gonna pop off. Dendy now in trouble. Ravage pops, but manages to get the BKB off just in time. Trying to do as much damage as he can. Still has the Aegis up as well. Navi now in the chase. Balsam puts on the smoke screen. Right clicks onto the Havas. Gets picked off. Light of Heaven shackled to the tree. Dendy on the retreat. Still has the Aegis. Puppy trying to get out as well. Aegis pops off. Puppy gonna be picked off here by Balsam. 4 heroes dead for Navi. Dendy comes back up, but Dust pops off as well. He's gonna be picked off. 5 dead for Navi. And who's got buyback? Nobody. No, Dendy does. And Arzart's already back up, but is it going to be enough? Tier 3 definitely gonna go down. Light of Heaven with the buyback. And Dendy has it up as well. Is this going to be it? Ravage on cooldown, but Poison Nova still there. Tough Bananas gonna at least claim the tier 3. Is it gonna be Arax? Havas up in 5 seconds. Puppy in 11. Fortification already used. Looks like they're gonna give up the racks here. They've still got the late game insurance from the Anti-Mage, but gonna be able to pick up that melee barracks and range racks in close succession. Tough Bananas gonna retreat out now. And Navi only 20 seconds away from having Dendy back online, so Tough Bananas. Fantastic team fight in this area for them, picking off 5 and ensuring them a racks. Puppy now maybe in a little bit of trouble in Calculus, zipping forward as well. Puppy pops off the mech and gonna try and bait out the shackle, but it does. What is that angle? What is that angle? What? What was okay? That was I have seen some shackles, but that shackle was a shackle and a half. It really was. But Navi timing the Roshan to the second. Gonna head straight back into the pit, but Balsam gonna find the courier. So almost another tower for them there. And Dendi with the DD rune, so this Aegis should be picked up fairly quickly again. And then Havas tanking for now, so see who this goes on. Dendi again going to pick up the Aegis. And he is just doing great damage, but outside of the duration of his BKB, he's definitely getting CC'd hard by wolves. And a little bit of ancient stat going to be cleared up for now. Just going to switch back to net worth. So Dendi actually farming extremely well, and the crit picked up 2, so going to have his Daedalus in just a second. Puppey in trouble from Balsam, but going to be able to use the TP scroll to get back home. So well played by him. And Balsam still just farming up. Not too much item progression since he bought that second diffusal recipe. He's had the Yasha for a while, but he has been dying in these fights and used a couple of buybacks as well. And his damage is still just ridiculous. Agi growth, fairly good on Ricky, but the backstab, plus all the Agi from that diffusal and the Yasha, if he gets behind anyone, Arzart pretty much a 2-hit, as we saw earlier, and especially if the Gush is on him as well. Puppey gonna be pushing up again a little bit on top, and gold difference now swinging quite wildly in favor of the tough bananas, but again, there's still plenty of towers left for Navi to take, and a lot of gold stored up in them. Calculus going to be defending the tier 1 on mid, but only down to 200 HP. Maybe going to be able to get the deny off. Dendi looks like it's going to go in Calculus, but an immediate 4-staff back. And tier 2 being pressured down on bot. Is Puppey going to keep trying to push for the tier 2 on this top lane? And when they're down like this, going for even trades is not a terrible idea, especially when it comes to towers. Puppey going to try and get out, immediately getting away from those trees, and just going to try and TP out, baiting out the shackle. Now he's going to be able to TP home. Balsam in here with the right click, silence, canceling it off. Mech as well popped off, but Puppey going to fall. Did he have it? No, didn't have a TP scroll, so forced to use the global teleportation, which can be cancelled by that smoke screen. And Rise now picked up that Blink Dagger. So, great initiation potential for the tough bananas. And forming up a bit again on mid. Puppey down for 25 seconds, and we'll see if there's no buyback up, but Dendi hexed up by Calculus, taking a ton of damage. Looks like he's going to be picked off. Aegis popped off as well. Are Navi going to be able to get in a position to try and defend this? Should be able to. Doesn't have a blink. BKB is up, and now Navi coming in to fight, but Dendi almost already picked off. Good chain frost, but better split. Venomancer taking quite a bit of damage. Roar into Balsam, but Havas picked off as well. Dendi actually managing to make it out. Going to be on the retreat for now, but Havas, no buyback for him. And the tough bananas. Well, Puppey immediately heading down towards bot. Going to try and get this lane pushed out as far as he possibly can. And the tier 2 still going to protect the racks on bot. So without dealing with Puppey, they can't push in and just use the mid creeps to take a tier 3. So really, really smart play by Puppey. It's going to take them a little bit of time to get this pushed out. And it's enough time for Havas to be back up as well. And Puppey doing the annoying Fury on split push. Going to be heading back up towards top. Getting some more push off. And Tough Bananas now finally clashing with the tier 2 down on bot. So going to be able to pick that up quite easily. And Arzart, again, just hanging out down here. Has the gem for now, but maybe not the best carrier. And Tough Bananas immediately heading up onto this tier 3. Puppey going to try and put some more pressure on the tier 2. Is Fortification up? Is not. Light of Heaven just going to be spamming those axes from a very safe distance right now. And Calculus throwing down the focus fire from the low ground. So tier 3 already going down. Rax now exposed. Puppey manages to grab the tier 2 up on top. But the Rax is already taking quite a bit of damage. And Arzart immediately picked off. Dendi comes in from the side, but Navi now down a here, and Puppey comes in, but it almost immediately getting picked off. Great Roar, saving him for now. Trying to wade his way out of the cloud, but going to be finished off by that Plague Ward. Buyback by Puppey now. Dendi taking a lot of damage. going to be picked up. Does he have a buyback? I do not think so. Going to switch over to buyback status. Puppey now getting right click down again. Balsam dancing around trying to find the back, but 4 heroes dead for Na'Vi. Going to be another Rax for the Tough Bananas, and GG going to be called by Puppey. And this Ricky pick did a ridiculous amount of work. I mean, just look at that. 19 kills and 13 assists as well. So a grand total of 32 for him. So all but 5 of his team's kills he participated in. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. And the silence was so fantastic against the Nature's Prophet and the Anti-Mage. But fantastic play by the Tough Bananas. So just going to wait for the final score screen. But exceedingly well played by them. So Ancient going to be going down in just a second. But yeah, I mean, both teams dancing around one another early game, trying to find the lane setups that they wanted. Arzart going down a lot down on that bottom lane, giving up a lot of kills, not able to find his boots until the 20th minute, and the kill potential from the Venomancer Tide and the Rookie was just absolutely great. And the Tough Bananas just pushing their advantage from there on out, taking some absolutely great team fights. So this has been a game from Starseries 3. It's been the Tough Bananas up against Na'Vi. I've been Basekip. As always, thank you everybody for joining me. I do think there's still one game left to be played tonight, so I might go and jump into that. But thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to see you again in the future, and hopefully in this